Hey guys, Checkers here from ClimaxCombo, bringing you another deck profile. This time I'll be profiling my Death Gun build for SAO. Pretty interesting and fun deck, red and blue. Kind of revolves around the target trait, the cards that give your opponent's character's target. So let's get started. For level 0, I forgot his name. 4 of these. It's 500 power to all your weapon trait characters, and all your opponent's front row characters gain the target trait. So 4 of those, very important for this deck. 4 of these Silica Suiciders. Her effect is when you play her, you can reveal the top card of your library, and if it's an avatar or net character, you can add that card to your hand and discard a card to your waiting room. So, very solid Suicider. Has utility all game. 2 of these Silicas, 2500 power. You can pay 1, rest 2 characters, and brainstorm, reveal the top 4. For every climax, you can salvage an avatar, or net, or dragon character. So 2 of that. 2 of these, I forgot her human name. That sounds weird. 2k power. When she gets reversed, you can pay 2 to salvage a character. So in the videos, I played this wrong in the last video, I think. So yeah, that's the correct way to do it on reverse. 1 of these, Xenon, 1k power. During your opponent's turn, she gives 1k power to the center front row character, and pay 1, rest her. Oh no, pay 1. What am I thinking? Brainstorm for every climax you hit. Search X for every climax, and discard that many from your hand. And lastly, 4 of the Keto Runner, 2k power. On attack, you can give another Xenon 1k power, and he runs at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase. You can mill the top card, and if it's an avatar or net, actually, is it only avatar? Not too sure. No, it's avatar or net. Then you can move him to an empty border on your front row. So yeah, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16. No.
17.
17 level zeros. God, can't do math.
That's a lot.
Right? For level 1s, 4 of these Elizabeths, 4 500 power. For every avatar or net character you have, she gets plus 500 power. 4 of these 1-0 Xenon from the extra booster, 4k power. For every avatar or net character, she gets plus 500 power, and she has Clock Encore. 2 of these Kitos, on play, for every avatar or net character you have, she gets plus 500 power. So every card gets power for your other characters. And lastly, for level 1, we got 3 of these 1-0 backups, 1k power, and if you have 2 or more avatar net characters, then you can give something 1k power. So either 2k power or split it 1-1. So yeah, that's my level 1s. 13 level 1s. Level 2, we got 2 of these foos, 4k power, 1k to all your weapon characters, and the other effect is your opponent's back row characters gain the target trait. One of these 2-1 Xenon, 7k power. If she's battling a level 3 or higher, she gets plus 3k power for the turn, and you can rest 2 to give herself 2500 power. So she can hit up to 12-5 when facing a level 3. And 2 of these Leafas. 2500 backup. When you use her, you can reveal the top card and either add it to your hand or send it to the waiting room. Wait, no.
No, if it's
add it to your
Avatar
hand.
Net.
If it's Avatar Net, add it to your hand, and discard a card, otherwise leave it where it was. So, yeah, pretty useful card. 5 level 2s. That's it. Level 3. We got 3 of these Death Guns. 3/2 10k. If all your opponent's characters are target trait, then he gains the effect of on attack, your opponent burns 1. So there's that. His other effect, should I explain it now or later?
The Climax combo?
Yeah. Because I don't run the Climax combo in the deck.
You could explain it now, but just tell them you don't run it.
Alright. Combos with this 2k1. I completely forgot actually. Oh, on attack, if you have that card, he gets plus 2500 power, and the ability of when he reverses a character, you can send that character to the top of your opponent's deck.
Until the end of your opponent's next turn.
Oh, swag. I don't run it. One of these, Silicas, 9500 power. On play, you can pay 1 to have your opponent burn 1. And her other effect is she gains plus 500 power for every avatar or net character you control. And dragon. Yeah. All 3 of those traits. And lastly, for level 3, 3 of the best level 3 ever. Xenon, 10k power. On play, she heals. And her other effect is Climax combo with the book. On attack, you can pay 2 to discard a card to deal 4 damage to your opponent. If that damage is cancelled, then she gains plus 3500 power until the end of your opponent's turn. So really solid level 3.
And when she dies, she goes to memory.
That one as well. That I always forget.
Because I never kill it.
That's probably right. So 7 level 3s for this set, for this deck. And lastly, for climaxes, 4 book, and for the TD game. Yep, that's my lineup. Alright, let's see if I can just do this. So, I play the deck level by level. For starters, you want this Keto out, because he's good. And probably want to start finding at least one of these guys for your back row, because he's your assist, and he also starts targeting all your characters, which you don't need just yet. You'll need the target trait later. Like, you have to have him on your field for your deck to be at its full potential. But for starters, at level 0, it's just these 2. Kito's probably not going to kill anything because he's really weak. But the running, runner's really good. They keep presence as long as you fulfill the condition, which you just need to show an avatar or net, which is really easy with this deck because basically every single card except that level 0 Elizabeth human thing, that's not a avatar or net, but besides that, he stays alive, so starts generating new stocks, keeping up hand. It's really good. And of course, Suicider, just to trade with stuff you can't kill. Make sure your opponent doesn't generate anything off of those cards. And her other effect is really useful all game, lets you top check and filter out your hand. So yeah, that's for level 0. Your back row is generally going to look something like this, because I find myself keeping around the Silica or any Brainstorm. You could be the Xenon Brainstorm as well, but I like to keep one in the back because having Brainstorm at all points is pretty useful, and later on it gets a little hard to keep up hand with this deck, so the Silica comes in handy a lot. Yeah, but for level 1, we got a lot of beaters at our disposal. So I like having the Xenon because the Clock Encore makes your stick around, and it lets you, keep up your hand size, because all you have to do is take 1 damage. But like usual with clocking, keep it lower as the game goes on longer. But you should know that by now.
Clock responsibly.
Yeah. That pissed me off.
Wow.
Clock responsibly? That's
true.
Alright, and this Lisbeth, 6/5 power, 7k with this, 7/5 if you have something else. Pretty strong, very good for no cost level 1. 500 lower, but the Clock Encore is definitely worth it to lose out on some of that power. And the Keto, 500 higher than this one. If you have a full field, he'll hit 7k, 7.5. That extra 500 power might be really useful in getting over something. So for level 1, you have a lot of options. Just constantly get your level 1s and start killing stuff that your opponent may have. So yeah, this line was pretty solid. And don't forget, you also have these really good backups. My favorite. 2k no cost is always amazing. For level 2, you definitely want to get this full out, because with this combination, now all your character's opponents are target, which will be very important once you hit level 3. And he also gives 1k power to every weapon character, so all you guys get boosted a little more, which is always really useful. For level 2 though, your only option to beat stuff up is this, which is a really good option actually. If you rest both your back row, she can hit 9.5, which is pretty strong. You could probably kill any level 1, not any, but most. And if you happen to be facing a level 3, she can hit 12.5 before assists, so very strong. You can definitely go toe to toe with other level 3s, so she's a really nice card to have for level 2. But yeah.
And nobody runs level 2s anymore, so...
Yeah. So, it's either... yeah. And let's talk about this backup. It's really useful. It can save your ass sometimes, because you mill that one card closer to a climax, potentially. Or, you reveal a climax like, damn, I didn't get any use out of it, but now I know I'm not going to die. So, that's why I run 2 of these. I always keep one in my hand later on in the game, because you never know, it might just keep you alive one more turn, and that turn could win you the game. But lastly, moving on to level 3, we got all the excitement. Death Gun. Since all your opponent's characters are target, he burns on attack, which is really nice to have, just ping every time. And he's not even that weak because it's global 1500, so 11.5, nice power to have. Always. But you have other options. You can always burn on play. You could set your opponent's clock up for your turn of attacks, that's why I really like this card, for that 1 extra damage. And she's pretty damn strong. So there's that. But your best end gamer is still the Xenon, because it's 2 attacks. If your opponent doesn't cancel, that's a hell of a lot of damage. There's nothing bad about getting canceled, because then you're big and you won't die probably next turn, because your 13.5 power is huge. So, the combination of these 3 cards is a lot of fun at level 3. You have a lot of endgame potential. Bunch of attacks, burn on attack, the ping 1. So, that's what I like about this deck. Just having this extra little burn is actually a lot. So, that's basically it for how I play the deck. It's pretty fun. And lastly, some cards. Just only 2, really.
Well, you already talked about that's the 2k1 underneath those, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it.
So this level 1, from the TD, he's, if your battling opponent has the target trait, then he basically becomes a level suicider with that. And his other effect is you can pay 2, I forgot, rest 2 characters?
Yeah, pay 1, rest 2 characters.
Did I say pay 2?
Yeah.
Pay 1, rest 2 characters, and choose one of your opponents, and they get one of your opponent's characters, and they get target and -1 level. So you can suicide with level 2s, potentially, for 1 stop, which is interesting. I don't know if it's that good, because no one runs level 2s anyways, but there's always that. You have a level 1 suicider for you, but I like my other level 1s a lot, because they're, not always useless.
Would you consider taking the Liz out for 1 or 2? Since you have 17 level 0s anyways?
Yeah. I'd probably cut down Lisbeths if you want to run the Suiciders. Definitely this Lisbeth over the Xenon. And another card is this level 2 Death Gun, 7k. If you absolutely need another level 2 that hits pretty hard, you can use this. On attack, if all your opponent's characters are a target, then he gets plus 3k power until the end of your opponent's turn, so he's 10k basically all the time. Which can be really nice, but 2 cost is kind of heavy. He does have 2 soul, so you can start smacking your opponent up, but I feel like the 2-1 Xenon is more versatile and a lot more cost efficient. So there's that. And once again, I'll mention the Death Gun combo. He does get an extra effect, which is Top Shoot, which can be, useful sometimes, but the reason I don't really run it is because I don't like having 2 climax combos at level 3. It gets pretty heavy, and I don't want to be holding on to too many climaxes anyways, because you want to refresh with them. And I still think the Xenon climax combo is a lot better than this, but I do definitely think the Death Gun on its own is still really good. Just the burn, like for free basically, as long as you have your back rows, still really nice. So yeah, those are a couple of the options besides other normal utility cards that SCL might run, but those are specific to the Death Gun build. And that's about it. This build is a lot of fun. Only problem I have with it is that I seem to lose my hand rather quickly, so yeah, they didn't really get much help with that in the extra booster, but oh well, it's still a fun deck, and if you guys want to try it, you should go for it, because it's really cool. And that pretty much wraps this up. Guess I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, all that other stuff. Peace.